Good evening, it's the Tonny and Team Show. We are back once again after a very, very busy last few days, both in the managers' locker rooms as well as the transfer market. It's been very, very interesting. Lots of surprise results in the midweek that we saw there. Big result at the top. Of course, we saw Manchester City dropping points against Newcastle, getting beaten in that particular fixture, 2-1 away from home, and Liverpool following suit the following day by dropping 2 very significant points, which may prove very significant in the end when we look at the title race.
Yeah, Tony, it will prove very significant. I felt like Liverpool failed to capitalize. Yes, they did increase by 1 point the gap between the
5
two.
points now.
Yep, but they should have capitalized to make it 7 points. And yes, you've said it will count at the end of the season. But this is what the Premier League brings. You just don't know when one team can capitalize over the other.
Is this easily building up to be one of the most memorable run-ins that we've seen?
I think it will be, Tony, because it has already started. It has ignited as early as January. We usually hear this in March or April, but in January we are already seeing the targets are clear, the competition is clear, and it's going to be fascinating towards the end.
And of course, even in the race for the top 4, very, very big results that we had there coming into this weekend with another mouth-watering clash Sunday evening. Arsenal, the 4th place team right now on goal difference, will be taking on Manchester City, a team that, like we said, has already dropped points in the midweek. They cannot afford to slip up against a Liverpool side that looks charged this season. Yeah,
they cannot slip up. And Man City looks like a wounded lion here. They are waiting for the next game, and unfortunately for Arsenal, it's them visiting the Etihad. And I see Man City.
That's where they had a lot of success.
Yeah, they last won there in 2015, I think. But Man City also has to be cautious here because they are dropping points when we least expect. So Arsenal can go there knowing that if they can lose to Newcastle, so it means that they can be hurt by Arsenal too.
Arsenal come into this particular game on 47 points in 4th place. Of course, with Manchester City on 56 points. Like we said, 5 points behind Liverpool. This is a Manchester City side team that has lost 4 games in the last 9 Premier League games. That tells us something.
It's a devastating statistic for Pep Guardiola. In his title-winning teams, he does not lose more than 4 games. But in just about 2 months, he's lost 4 in that period. That shows you that there's something lacking in Man City. And if they do not come back in time, then the trophy surely will be for Liverpool.
Let's quickly look at the transfers team that both of these teams have made. For Manchester City, it's been low-key, especially the youngsters trying to move on. Matondo and Brahim Diaz going to Real Madrid, went to Madrid. And of course, they brought in Palavesa, who we know is for the future. But for Arsenal, we've talked about all the problems that they have, especially at the back, with all the injuries that Unai Emery has been struggling with. But he came out and said he didn't have a lot of money to do any significant business.
He was limited to loans.
With only a loan signing for Denis Suarez.
Yeah, I mean, Denis Suarez,
he's an attacker.
He's an attacker, and I believe he's still young. I thought Arsenal needed a centre-back, a big, commanding defender there. And also the talk of Perisic was lively news for Arsenal, but ending up with Suarez, who has not been proven. He's been spending time on the bench in Barcelona. I still think Arsenal has not sorted their transfer window well.
And of course, if you look at the injury news for both sides, Manchester City are still without the long-term absentees, Vincent Kompany and Benjamin Mendy. But it's in goal where they have a bit of a worry. We saw in midweek against Newcastle, Ederson taking a knock to the knee there in very, very interesting fashion. He was able to continue and finish the game. And that's because of the fear that introducing Muric, a 20-year-old player there who hasn't been proven much. He's played 5 games, most of the minutes coming in the smaller sides. This might be a problem for Manchester City.
Yeah, if you don't have your first team keeper available, it's a problem. But it so depends on the fixture you're going into. This fixture, Man City Arsenal, is one where we see that Man City might be the attacking side, so the chances of Arsenal will be limited. But Arsenal has the firepower of Lacazette and Aubameyang. They can strike from any angle and distance, so it's a worry for Pep Guardiola if Ederson fails to make it to this game.
It will definitely be a big talking point coming into this particular game. He has to pass a late fitness test there. But for Arsenal, like we said, they still have the significant problems in defense. Koscielny took up an elbow to the jaw against Manchester United in the FA Cup final. FA Cup game, and he hasn't been able to train much, but he should be trying to get back into this game with Socrates out, Bellerin still out, Rob Holding still out. So the only fit player that they have there is Mustafi, and so that shows you how thin at the back they are currently. And of course, my biggest worry for Arsenal is that right back where Lichtsteiner might be facing Leroy Sané.
That's a big worry. I was looking at the team that played against Cardiff, and there was Lichtsteiner there, Monreal, Mustafi, and Kolasinac. I cannot afford to have that team play against Man City. No, you cannot. So
against Sergio Aguero.
No, they have to. I don't know. Maitland-Niles didn't appear anywhere. I do not know
whether
whether
a knee injury.
If that's the problem, then it's going to be very hard. But I believe Koscielny is a commanding defender there. He has upped up his game from injury, and he should be able to take an injection, a painkiller there to play this game. Damage control, Tony.
Big problems, of course, for Arsenal coming into this particular game. For Manchester City, after conceding a goal against Liverpool on Jan 3rd, they've scored 25 goals at home in all competitions, including that 9-0 win against Burton Albion in the Carabao Cup. They suddenly have the firepower going forward. And if Arsenal don't watch out for themselves, it might be a long afternoon for them. Yeah,
it could be a very long afternoon and a high scoring game here. So I'm really so scared for Arsenal. But you never know what Arsenal brings to the table. They beat Chelsea very well, and the next game they're losing to Man United. So if Arsenal has come with the game plan, they can pick up something. But it's going to be a very, very long afternoon for Unai Emery.
Unai Emery takes on Pep Guardiola at the Etihad Stadium in a very, very big clash for both of these sides, with Arsenal trying to keep up the pace in the top 4 chase, of course, and Manchester City trying to keep up with Liverpool at the top. So it will be a very, very interesting game. Key form for these players, Sergio Aguero and Leroy Sané have been very, very devastating the last couple of games. For Arsenal, Lacazette and Aubameyang are forming a partnership that is getting enough goals to not worry Arsenal fans, but suddenly they certainly have to get the chances created in this particular game.
They must get the chances. That's why I'm saying, if possible, Ozil should play this game, which I don't think they'll deploy him. But having Ramsey there, then there's a chance that he'll be able to make 1 or 2 killer passes to these strikers. They must convert every single chance they get.
Predictions, team, and
I've gone for a high-scoring game. I still believe Man City is strong enough. 3-1 Man City.
I've gone for a similar score there. Very, very interesting. Arsenal will be taking on Man City there on Sunday evening, 7:30 p.m. It will be kicking off. I've gone for a 3-1 win as well for Pep Guardiola on his side. Don't go away. We'll bring you the rest of the predictions to the rest of the big games after the break.